guys, I'm Teresa. You like that intro? Today we have a very exciting video because I did sort of like a first impression review and tutorial on this makeup look using the brand new Kylie Jenner Kylie Cosmetics KyShadow Bronze Palette. This was just released and I know they're coming out with 2 new shades, but this was like her first eyeshadow release, which I can't talk now, but this was her first eyeshadow release, which I was really excited about because, I mean, she's never come out with eyeshadows before and the formula was brand new. I had to get my hands on it. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. You get 9 shades and there's a really beautiful selection of colors in the palette, but I'll get into that more later in the video. To keep it short and sweet, I feel like this is just a warm shadow lover's dream. The palette itself just is composed of such beautiful warm tone shades. I live for the warm, so you know I'm all about that life. I did just quickly want to show you guys some swatches before we get in because you will die at the pigmentation. This is actually one of my favorite shades. Yes, hello. This is the shade Hematite, I believe. Such a beautiful shade. This is like the main shade that I use for my lids today, but oh, it is gorgeous. It's just so buttery, so smooth. It has a beautiful red undertone. It is the perfect warm brown. I'm in love with it already. This is the darker shade right next to it. Hello. Yes. Yes. Look at that. This is the shade Quartz, and it's really beautiful as well. That's the shade. And this orange in the middle is just giving me life because it is beautiful. Look at that shade. It's right here. Yes, please. You'll see how I use it in the tutorial, but that's just like a little itty bitty swatch fest for you guys so that you can see how they swatch on my hands. Now we're gonna get into the tutorial, but before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the fam bam today. You will not regret it. I do upload twice a week, every single week, Wednesdays and Sundays. I'm sorry for my swatches. This is like raw first impressions. Let's go. So as you can tell, I have my entire face done except for the eyes because obviously I left that to do with this bad boy. There are predominantly mattes. There's only 2 shimmers and you get a kind of creamy shade, cream shaded, and then a stark black. So we gonna put these to the test. I kind of feel like doing a really warm toned smoky eye, which this palette is perfect for. The palette itself, by the way, is pretty compact and light, which will be nice for traveling. It doesn't have any sort of like glass part that you're scared of breaking. It's cardboard and seems pretty durable. So first thing I'm going to do is go in with my Sigma E35 with this beautiful orange shade. It's just calling my name. This is the shade Citrine. We're going to go with Citrine. I'm going to take that on my Sigma E35 blending brush and start blending into the crease. I really like this pigmentation. Yes. I know a lot of people would be scared to use like a bright orange as a transition shade, but actually it's so beautiful, especially if you are going for like a warm tone smoky eye or just a warm eye in general. Orange shades work beautifully in the crease, so good job, Kylie. By the way, I already primed my eyes before I started. I forgot to mention that, but I just primed with my normal primer, Soft Ochre by MAC, and set it down with like my normal setting powder. Very nice pigmentation. They blend out easily. We're off to a good start. So next I'm going to go in with this shade over here, which I believe is called Tiger's Eye. Don't quote me. It may be called Goldstone, but I feel like it's called Tiger's Eye. I'm like a 5-year-old. I can't even like read. Just blending that into the crease to further define it. Yes! Okay, girl. Really loving that little combo of transitional shades. I like how she includes a few different ones because, you know, your girl's gotta blend it out. I am getting a little bit of powder fallout on the palette itself, but honestly, it doesn't really bother me that much if I'm getting good pigmentation, and I'm not actually getting fallout on my eye area because I did, like you guys know, I did do my full face of makeup already, which I don't normally do, but I thought, hey, it's a good chance to see if there is any fallout for these eyeshadows, and I'll just have it done for the whole video, you know what I mean? So far so good. The shadows seem really, really nice to blend out. They seem smooth and buttery. Next I'm gonna go in with this super warm brown. It has a bit of a reddish undertone, which is perfection. So this is, I believe it's called the shade Hematite. I'm kind of confused by the packaging because I don't know if it's telling you like where the names are in correlation to the actual shadows, or if you're supposed to look at it and be like, oh, that's on the right, so that's that You know what I mean? So I don't really know if I'm saying the right shades, but let's hope so. So I believe this is called Hematite. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of powder fallout on the palette, not on my eyes. This is like the perfect fall color. Those really warm toned browns that have a bit of a reddish undertone. I live for this in the fall, so I'm very happy to see that in the palette. I'm getting so much fallout on the palette, but like I said, I'm not actually getting it on my eyes, which I'm happy about, but that is something to note, that you get a lot of fallout inside the palette itself. I feel like I should use some of the shimmer shades, but I'm just feeling the mattes right now. These matte formulas are so nice. I really, really like the formula of them. They blend out nicely. They are very pigmented, buttery. I like the color selection in the palette. I feel like this is just gonna be go-to for fall. I'm gonna take this shade, which is called Bronze Eye. It's this really nice chocolatey brown. Yes! I'm seriously like so obsessed with the shades themselves, because these are kind of like the neutrals that you need if you're a warm neutrals lover like I am. So loving that. I'm just gonna go in and deepen up the crease on the outer corner with this. The shadows just blend out so easily together, which is really nice. You don't get any patchiness or anything. I do want to use at least one of the shimmers just to, you know, show you guys what they look like. This is the shade Quartz. I just dropped my brush, this one right here in the middle, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. It's kind of like a sheer shimmer, I would say. It's not gonna look like a foiled shimmer with super pigmentation, but really pretty. So that's kind of what it looks like. I'm gonna take this on my Morphe E36 and just put that into the inner corners for a little inner corner highlight. I really like that, actually. Feeling that. Then with this beautiful cream shade, okay, this looks really similar to like something like Anastasia Blanc, which I use every single day of my life. So I love that she included that in the palette along with all the other, you know, beautiful transition shades and beautiful shimmers and mattes and of course a black. I think that this palette kind of has it all while still being compact, which is really nice. It's so pigmented. I applied a little too much and gave myself like a white eyebrow patch. Sir, I need to go in and blend that out. I'm just gonna take this random brush. I literally have no idea where this even came from. I really, really like that shade for a brow bone highlight. Because I actually prefer matte brow bone highlights, to be honest. For me, I don't know why, they just seem to work the best for me, and I always like the way they look. So I really like that. Top lid is done. We're gonna move on to the bottom lid now, and for that I really just want to keep it simple. I think I'm just gonna take a mixture of these two shades right here that we used on the upper lash and smoke out the bottom lash a little bit. I got a little bit of fallout there. That was the first time. And to be honest, yes, normally I would not have, you know, put on all my face makeup before doing my eyes, but for the purpose of this video, had to be done. I just added on some lashes off camera, and there's one last step that is a game changer. Like, I always do this, so it'll be nice to test out this black right here, because I'm gonna set down, like, I guess what would you call it? Like setting down your lashes, covering the glue. I don't know. I always go over like the top of the lashes right where I have just put them on. So kind of to cover up that glue. And then I also go underneath the lashes to kind of tight line, and it just makes everything blend together a lot smoother, and it hides the fact that you got a lot of glue on your eyes because of your falsies. Snapchat fam knows my favorite black shadow actually broke. I really liked the Milani shadow. It was just in a little pan, and it was a single shadow, pitch black, beautiful formula, and it broke the other day, and I looked online to find a replacement because I was going to order it. I went to several stores, and I feel like they just don't make that anymore. I think when they came out with like the eyeshadow palettes and stuff, they stopped making their single shadows, which is a shame because I actually really like their formula. But I've been on the hunt for like a good black shadow because mine broke. So this is the look that I created using the brand new KyShadow palette. I really do like how it turned out. It's just a very simple, warm, bronzy, smoky eye. I think it's really easy to achieve, but at the same time, it looks like you put a lot of effort into it. And first impression on this palette, I do really, really like it, you guys. Like, I know it's horrendous to get a hold of. It's really difficult, but if you can, I do highly recommend it. I think the price point is okay. I know this runs, what was it, about $40 something, 45 or so, but you also have to pay for shipping, so it is on the pricier side. But if you want to splurge a little bit, I do highly recommend this palette. I think the shadows themselves have a very nice buttery quality, which I love. I mean, you guys know that I live for the butter. I just dug my finger into the black. If you like warm shadows, you're honestly gonna love this palette, and I live for warms, so I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this palette because it does come with a lot of essential shades. I love that it's so compact and very travel friendly, because I could definitely see this being a nice palette to travel with, because it does have all those things. Like, usually what I have to do is I have to bring a palette and then bring a perfect black, which was my Milani one, but it just broke. So I do love the actual shade range. I think she did an amazing job on the actual colors in here. And yeah, I think that's kind of it for this first impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed, because I was so excited when this came in the mail. Like, I could not wait to try it, but I had to restrain myself and be like, no, film it, put it on camera. I really did want to give you guys, you know, an honest first impression review and just tell you my thoughts on the palette, but really don't have a bad thing to say about it. Is that bad? I mean, I'm just telling you guys the truth, but I really don't have any negatives that I see with the palette so far, except for the fact that there was a bit of powder fallout just in the palette. I honestly didn't get much on the eyes. I think maybe once when I was doing the lower lash line, but other than that, there wasn't much fallout when I was actually applying the shadows. It was just in the actual palette. There was like a little bit of powder disbursement. So that doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I can work around that, but something to note, because that's the only bad thing I have to say. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so I know when you do like that I do first impressions. That was just such a weird sentence, but you get the gist. If you like when I do first impressions, give it a thumbs up so that I know that. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Join the fam bam, join the rock stars, subscribe. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, hello. I just hit the mic. Y'alls, I want to redo this. Oh. What the heck was that?